a problem, it only gets worse. Pretend it don't exist, the problem persists. I have said Martin is to find the gods and breaking all the age of curse. Before there was a white, there was a black first. At the roots of hierarchy, the goddamn purge. Instigating prejudice, white supremacy as a supreme bully. As a supreme bully, tyranny, ruling with an iron fist, God supremacy, rape and sodomy, blood sacrifice, delusion of mind controlling religion, superstition, spiritual crime, blood sacrifice, murderer, murderer. No more secrets, no more lies. No more secrets, no more lies. No more evil deeds, no more blood sacrifice. Self-liberation, self-sovereignty. I dissolve this dream. Yes, yes. No more secrets, no more lies. If you deny a problem, it still exists, right? It only make the problem persist and gets worse because you're denying it, right? And so I want to say welcome, welcome to this. Remember, this world is a dream series where I'm just going to be doing random videos to highlight and to bring awareness and attention to all the problems that we are ignoring. And so this is the second part of the what is the role of government? What is the role of government? And so I am asking because if the needs of the INIs are not being met, the basic needs that ones are asking for, the basic needs of what? Clean water, food, and shelter, transportation, right? Medical, any kind of health regimen, because we know what's the ionize have been feeding the eye bodies, deteriorating and not making it strong to go through the process of this life process that this body has to go through. You want to preserve it so that you have less ailment while you are wearing this body. And so I want to bring the INI attention to this problem that the INI have in this world, because I am asking, what is the role of government? If ones are hungry, ones don't have clean, pure water, ones are unhoused, homeless, they have no place to be, millions of houses empty and no one live there, one person have how many acres of land, and all yourselves in a different body have nowhere to live. You are selfish, and with all your ego at high level, you have taken all for yourself. And it's time for this to stop now. It's time for you to share all the things that you have raped and pillaged from this land and holding it for yourself only. Because we have a limited amount of time left into this dream. Yeah? So what are you going to do? Are you going to make the right decisions? Are you going to choose the right ones to represent you? Because the system of government is a failure. I mean, can't you see that? Ones are hungry. Ones Many ones don't have clean water. All that the India agenda is war and bullying others. No, it's time for self-sufficiency. It's time for every community to have self-sufficient food, of having food forests in all of those parks instead of planting poisonous trees. Plant food tree. Every park one should be able to go in just like in a food forest and pick berries and pick have food growing there. Every community one should be living free in this existence. And so right now I want to share this video. It's a message from the ones them calling themselves the Poor People's Army. So now let's listen, take a listen to what they have to say.
This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. We are broadcasting from Milwaukee, breaking with convention. War, peace, and the presidency. I'm Amy Goodman. Donald Trump arrived here on Sunday ahead of the opening day today of the Republican convention. Trump's expected to take the stage tonight, 2 days after he survived an attempted assassination. A number of protests are scheduled for today. Organizers of the March on the RNC say they plan to go ahead with the protest that's been scheduled for months. This is Omar Flores.
Well, nothing really changes for us, you know. I will say that Trump breeds a lot of hate. He encourages this type of thing. But we're going to continue with the family-friendly march. The shooting has nothing to do with us, really. Well, when this happens, you know, we just think a lot of what Trump has encouraged throughout his presidency and throughout his time in politics. And, you know, we think of, for example, related to our point of unity around immigrant rights. I mean, the deaths at the border, the kids in cages, you know, the countless lives that, you know, didn't have to go away. You know, that's what we're thinking about right now. The fact that he moved the Israeli embassy, you know, to Jerusalem, I mean, that stoked tensions. That definitely caused some death. You know, I mean, just look at anything related to the extreme right, and, you know, that's what we're looking at in terms of violence. And so, you know, we'll just say that, you know, Trump encourages this type of behavior.
On Sunday, dozens of people set up an unhoused encampment just minutes from FISER Forum, where the RNC is being held, to protest policies that exacerbated poverty and a housing crisis nationwide. The encampment, organized by the Poor People's Army, which is planning a separate march outside the RNC later this afternoon. On Sunday, Democracy Now! Spoke to participants as they set up the unhoused encampment.
When people start arriving with tents, they can just start to fill them, right? Just fill the land.
My name is Sandra Rivera-Colon, and we're currently in Milwaukee. We are setting up an encampment. We call it a tent city. This has been a part of my life for 28 years of my life. And I was born in a tent city in Philadelphia in 96. And since then, like, my entire life has revolved around, you know, helping and to end poverty and homelessness. We've done multiple encampments just to get people's attention within the cities. And this is my mom,
Tara Cologne. What it means to be in this encampment during the RNC for us means putting a face to the poverty. Okay? Poverty doesn't discriminate in the United States. It doesn't matter whether you're a brand new baby, because she was born literally. I walked from Tent City to the hospital because that was my struggle for housing when I was pregnant with my daughter. It's also the face of our 80-year-old elders that have either fought in American wars or who helped change laws because they marched down civil rights, and now they're homeless at the age of 80, at the age of 75, or they're doing Uber when they should be retired and enjoying and being taken care of the way they took care of this country, not just their families. Instead of going and walking behind the Walmart, which what nobody will ever do, instead of going down the street, that in every single city and in every single small town, And when I say small, I'm talking about like inky dinky towns. There are tent cities all over the United States because nobody has a place to live.
It's Rita Maniotis, and I'm with the Greater Milwaukee Green Party. And we've been, just the basic needs of people are not being met, and that's what they are marching about, that poor people are being ignored in this society. The only people, it's almost as if they're treated as if it's their own fault. And they are the victims of this economic system. It's not the other way around, that they are victimizing the people that have the money. So I think that it's important for poor people to be recognized.
My name is Anita Williams, and I'm from Philadelphia. I had a son that got shot 4 years ago in Philadelphia. He's okay, but he still got barriers and stuff like that that's going on. He had nightmares. So I want this one to be better. It's really, really hard, especially when you're doing it by yourself and you're a single parent and you have children. It's really, really hard. And a lot of people don't understand because a lot of people are not homeless. They be homeless. You know what I mean? A lot of people ain't been home. I guess they crave that. But it's really, really hard that you see your children being hungry, or you're not eating. Your children got to eat, or there might be certain things your children want to eat and they can't eat because you can't afford it. Right. What I'd like to see the president do is help homelessness, stop the war, and help people hunger. People have been hungry. Put more jobs out here. Open facilities for homelessness. I mean, that and mental health. A lot of people sick, and help them out, and I think that'll help them a lot if the president would do that.
Good evening, my name is Ken Juan Redding. What brings me here is it's like an epidemic, the drug crisis, big pharma. I mean, the drug crisis is spreading it's like coronavirus. You know what I mean? For all the money that's being flooded into the economy, the United States, and through politicians, it shouldn't be as bad as it is. There's fentanyl, people die from fentanyl left and right. It's not a current attitude. You know what I mean? We have money for all these debates and these penthouses and coming up with big houses all over, but we don't have anything for drug rehabilitation, drug education. It's like they don't care about us. Especially it's basically we're paychecks.
The RNC, there's a lot of pharmaceutical lobbies and lobbying happening. What is your message to them?
Well, if they're getting these billions of dollars for every new medicine that they create, you should have built a facility that can combat that overdose. So just as fast as they can create these different medications, create facilities that can help me help you. If you can't help us, then what's your purpose?
I'm Rosa Richards. I'm 15. We've been homeless many times. It's hard. It's hard for families to be homeless and try to get off the streets. Houses need to be built. There's empty plots. Like, I live in Nashville, Mass. There's empty plots everywhere. There's many homeless people. Philly. Addictions. People need that, but putting them in jail is not going to help at all. That's all I'm saying. They need better systems. I like to see that Trump and Biden back off and a better president go in. Someone needs to actually do the stuff they said they would do.
My name is Lisa Richards. I'm a mother of 7 children. So we arrived a few days ago. We drove, and then we'll go home, and then we'll come back again and be in Chicago. So we've been doing this for 30 years, and we will continue until poor people have what they need and the rich pay their fair share.
What motivates you to keep coming back here for 30 years?
So the Poor People's Army and the Poor People's Economic Human Rights Campaign has been to every RNC and DNC marching and demonstrating and standing up for families that are low income for 30-something years. So we will continue until the needs are met and until the very wealthy pay their fair share of taxes so that everybody can have what they need. Seniors should not be having to decide through diabetic medication or other medication they need, or having a roof over their head or food in their mouths. It's not okay, because our children and our families and my mother and everybody's families deserve the best here in the United States. And if we're going to keep claiming that we're so great, then we should be the best we can be, and we're not. We're not. We just need to be real about that and stop trying to show off to other countries and tell other countries what to do and starting wars and spend the money on the people. The vets are out in the street. They're becoming addicted. We have high rates of addictions. not enough recovery programs, not enough mental health programs, lots of suicides. We need help, and we need it now, and it's our responsibility to do more than just vote every 4 years or every 2 years. To be a true American, you should be active continuously.
Talk about what's happening now in Gaza and the forced starvation and famine and insane, tremendous death toll. A lot of the signs here are also making connections.
Right. So the Poor People's Army is a national and international army. We've been a huge organization in international countries for many, many years. Sherry's been all over the place with lots of other people standing up for the people. So this is nothing new. So places like Gaza and anywhere else where people are getting killed, families for doing absolutely nothing, but trying to live and take care of their families with less than we have, we should be ashamed of ourselves.
So I went down to the man's house and I took back what he sold me.
Alright, so I'm gonna pause the video there. But yes, I wanted to share this video with all the INIs because everyone has to take up self-responsibility. You have to run your distance, right? You have to join together. Everyone, all the INIs have to join together and unify as one so that we can solve our problems, right? The basic need of all the INIs are not being met. Clean water, food, a shelter. These are basic needs of a health system available to all ones. Stop making this a company, a factory that's selling every aspect of it. Money, money, money. And make it about the community. Make it about the people. No one should be living inside of this illusion and stressing yourself about how are you going to live here. You cannot afford. So many ones would rather commit suicide because they cannot afford to be here. So they never get to come to realization, to get to truth, to seek and ask questions about this existence because they're so busy just trying to find the basic needs of water, food, and a shelter. No. What is the role of government? If governments are not playing their role, then what must the people do? They say they are governing you, and they are there to provide for the things that a community needs, and they are not doing their job. They're promoting wars. They're promoting animosity amongst ones. Then this organization needs to be dissolved, and something else needs to be created that is balanced for the people, not for making profit and money, but for the people. The needs of the people is pretty easy. They say, oh, we're gonna go to Mars, or we want all of these billions of dollars to do this, to do that. Because it's gonna be the betterment of humanity. What is to the betterment of humanity? Stop charging one's astronomical fees to live into this dream. Stop making one do evil things just to get money, just to live into this dream. Everyone should live into this dream for free. No taxation into this dream. This world is moving to disillusion. It's time to do the right thing now. One should not be stressing out about how to eat, how to live in here and pay for this fee. One should be free to seek knowledge of self, to be still in their mind, and to know truth. Now is the age of truth, and one still obsessing because one cannot afford to live into this dream existence. So many homelessness and people hungry. Like seriously, what is the role of this government? Only to seek war and bully others? bully other, when you speak, they come to bully you. They go and they bully other countries. No, it's time to stop this. It's time the people stand up and say no more. You are governing us. You don't govern yourself. How can you govern anyone? It's time for the people, like one of the young persons said into the video, they would like to see Biden and his opponent, Trump, step down and new people rise who will represent the people. Now, this is what those young ones are calling for. What is your experience and opinion of this? Because they need to know what the people want. They don't seem to know what the people need and how to provide the needs of the people. So, what's the use of them? What's the use? So many ones, everything is a business. All those ones selling drugs are making ones into addicts. And now they become zombies into the world. They have no awareness of anything. This is crazy sickness, the mind sickness that's going on. And governments are not looking and seeing that, oh, there's something wrong with this mind. So many ones are doing so many things. This mind is crazy. Their own mind is crazy. They are following everything into their mind, thinking that it is the truth and it is the right. Your mind has been influencing you wrongly. Stop doing everything that your mind tells you to do. It's time now that you play your role. Otherwise, if you are not playing your role, then the people should stand up and make sure that and something else come in, because you're not doing what you are designed to do. It's a failure. The school system is a failure. When I go into a school, all of the teachers, they want to quit. This last semester in the school, so many of the teachers tell me that they're not coming back. This school system is a failure. How can you have schools going? The children, there is no food sufficiency, self-sufficiency in any community. You are teaching children, but you are not preparing them how to live into this dream that you have created all of these circumstances, but yet still the INIs do not know. They're leaving high school, they have no skills. Many young ones, what do? They go out in the community just like you have not prepared them. So you have a prison system. Stop building prisons. It's time you rehabilitate your prisoners. Because why? There's something wrong with the mind of every human being. This, many of this thing is not their fault. They have a sick mind. And if you are taking ones and putting them in prison because you don't really care about ones, you only care about making money, then all the INIs need to be looking at the system of government, the system of how the world is run, and say this must be changed. For how long we have been doing this system, and you have not produced noble and great human beings. Have you produced noble and great human beings? No, everyone, they have not developed, their characters have not been developed, their mind has not been developed. Everyone is going about doing everything their mind tells them to do. Their mind is delusional, and if we have not come to the root of our problem, that the problem in every society is the mind of the beings. No one is not teaching one's stillness and how to cultivate the I mind and cultivate yourself. You don't know that you're supposed to cultivate yourself? So all of these ones who are claiming governorship, governing over ones, they themselves have not been cultivated, neither their mind nor their characters. So how can you be a leader of ones? You are not worthy. Step aside and let the ones who, because the young people have seen this and they have no interest in your democracy and your policies and your politics. This is the reason why they have the young people, they they have no drive for this life. They have no drive because they know that everything is in shambles and everything is a lie. We have not been steering young people in the right direction. It's time now. So I am asking, what is the role of government? Are they doing what they're supposed to be doing? It's time now to take a stand and to work for the unification of all. Because what? All is oneself, right? We are just in all of these myriads of expression. So let's now start working together to solve our problems. All right. So, with that being said, I want to remind everyone that remember that this world is a dream. And the INIs have forgotten that this world is a dream. And so, it is time for one to start paying attention to this mind. So, how do I purify my mind? Because we see what the problem is. How can I build a balanced community where everyone is in harmony with their environment, right? Why at every park we do not have food forests? There should be food. All of these parks should be turned into food forests. Start building, and this awareness must be within everyone to build and uplift their community so that they can have pride taking care of their community. Right? It's time now. So let's do the right thing. Let's do right by the people, by all the INIs, so everyone can have food, food sufficiency, right? Self-sufficient, sustainable communities. Every community should have food forests in every park, so there's food everywhere. All the community is being actively involved making this happen, building and uplifting the infrastructure within the community. All should be free. Stop charging ones to live here to this dream. It's time for everyone to seek knowledge of self, to seek truth, and to dissolve this ego. This is the mission that everyone should be on right now. And they cannot do this because they do not have the basic needs of life. Now, let's demand it. Let's demand that it happen. All right? Much honor. Thank the I for joining I. I am primal light, prepare for this dream duality existence in the shattered fragmented self, this avatar as Auset Aten Ra. Thank you so much for clicking this video. Thank you for wanting to know more. Alright, so I am just gonna play out. Remember, this world is a dream.
Mommy, mommy, I had a dream. And when I woke up, you were nowhere to be seen. The world was burned to the ground. There was no one around. Mommy, mommy, please answer me. What does it mean? What does it mean? We are visitors here in this time and space. One day we'll have to leave, whether or not you believe or agree. Remember, this world is a dream. come after we're gone. The truth will live on. The truth will live on. Long after I'm gone, the truth will live on in the hearts of the children. I say, in the minds of the people DNA, the truth will live on.
Yes, yes. So, again, remember that this world is a dream. And so, right now, all the INIs must stay focused on knowledge of self and how to dissolve the dream and how to purify the I mind, how to maintain balance and equanimity with the I self and the I ego. All right, so like I said, be vigilant against the I mind and ask this question of the I self: what is the role of government? And do you need someone to govern over you? And is the ones them who are governing, are they playing the role that they supposed to be playing? The basic needs of all the INIs are not being met, of clean water, food, and shelter. And so the ones are standing up and saying, what is the role of government? If you cannot provide for the basic needs of ones, you're overcharging them to live inside of this dream. Ones are struggling, so they can barely find time to know and seek the truth of themselves, to still their mind. They are just caught up into their minds a lot. And there are many ones having sick minds, and who's getting to the root of humanity's problem. And so the INIs are saying, stop focusing on war, stop focusing on looking at the world as a business and making money, but now that this is a creation, and now why am I here in this creation? What is the purpose of this creation? And what is happening to this creation? And what does the I and I in this creation, what do they need? What does the I need for basic life? Why is the I basic needs and not being taken care of? So it's time now. Let's make this happen. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.